Welcome to the DraftKings Life mini-series. In this 4-part series, we're meeting with teammates from each of our core verticals to learn more about our products. Today, we're going to be talking about our Sportsbook product.
Welcome, both of you, Tom and Lexi. We are so excited to have you both on. Why don't we start by having you introduce yourselves and tell us more about what you do at DraftKings.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Lexi Janson. I'm a product director for DraftKings Sportsbook, and I'm currently based in New York City.
Hi, Tom Butterworth, Senior Manager of Sportsbook Operations, based out of the DraftKings Las Vegas office. My team's responsible for a lot of the operational aspects on the sportsbook.
So tell us a little bit more about how the DraftKings Sportsbook product works. Maybe tell us some more about the app and some of the features.
Yeah, so DraftKings Sportsbook launched in 2018 following a Supreme Court decision. And now we're kind of just launching into every new state that becomes available and regulates it. We have both web and native applications and allows customers to place sports bets.
Yeah, and those bets you can place, they vary quite significantly. You can place bets on straight bets, parlay bets, same game parlay bets, teasers, spreads, totals, player props, all of the top sporting events from around the world, even some of the not so top sporting events from around the world. In some states, you're even allowed to bet on novelty markets. For example, we've offered who will win Oscars at the Academy Awards.
Love that. That's my kind of betting right there.
It allows you to kind of have a game within the game as well. So you can bet on like the outcome of a game, or you can bet on something happening within the game. And you can bet on that beforehand, you know, whether a player is going to score a goal or a touchdown. But you can also do that during the game. So who's going to score the next touchdown and that kind of thing.
Really cool. Well, we know collaboration is really important to success here at DraftKings. What teams work together to support this vertical?
There's actually a ton of teams that support the vertical. It's not just within the sportsbook vertical because we are have multi-products. We work really closely with the teams who provide that like platform to us. So all of our accounts and wallets are all the same across all of the different products. But within Sportsbook, we work together with many different analytics functions, CRM, promotions, marketing, the trading team, Tom's teams on operations. So there's a ton of teams that really work to kind of build up the Sportsbook.
Yeah, one of the best things about being in the operations team is we have a significant amount of touch points. So our work does vary day to day. In an average week, me and my team work with Lexi on product, analytics, we work with VIP hosts, we work with customer experience teams, we work with our trading teams, our promotions teams, our CRM teams, marketing teams, business development teams, legal teams, regulatory operations teams, compliance teams, and engineering teams, and probably some teams that I have forgotten to mention. But it does keep the average work week quite interesting.
So it's amazing how much collaboration goes on. You mentioned some of the core functions that really keep this product running. Can you tell us a little bit more about the technology behind the product, maybe the tech stack or other tools that the team is using in order to bring this product to life?
Yeah, so as we said, we've got that like fundamental kind of platform. And then we also just use a bunch of microservices and APIs to really bring everything to the front end. But there's a ton that goes into the back end, including bringing in a lot of feeds that then bring out the prices. And we also send them out as well to other third parties. And then in terms of kind of the tech stack, the API and microservices are primarily written in C# and .NET Core. And then we have front-end developers on both the web and native. Web use React and Node backends. And then our native app developers and engineers use the Xamarin kind of framework. And then they use some native with like Swift and Kotlin. But yeah, there's a ton that goes into all of the work. And we also use AWS kind of software as well. But it's all super really intricate, but it's just a really fun way to like bring everything together and a ton of really smart people working on it all.
Tom, maybe you could tell us a little bit more about your team. What types of projects are you working on?
Sure. So within operations, a large area of focus for us is improving the customer experience. So the product teams do a great job of, building the products and giving us the tools to be able to control the product. And the trading teams do a great job in making as many betting lines available for wagering as possible. What my team do, using the products and tools available to us, is merchandise and display those markets as efficiently as possible for our customers to be able to find exactly what they want to bet on. So when we have new markets, my team decides how and where they should display on the sportsbook. Additionally, we spend a lot of time working with our VIP team and our customer support team gathering user feedback. So what our users want to see that we might not have available at the moment. And we mix that with our competitive analysis to come up with a prioritized list of things that we want to add to the sportsbook in the future. And we'll collaborate with the products and analytics team to bring those things to life.
So it sounds like there are a lot of moving pieces across product, across operations, and there are certain things that I'm sure that make our product stand out from other sportsbook products. So can you share a little bit about what makes the DraftKings Sportsbook product and maybe teams unique?
The sportsbook's a really unique product. There's a lot of different product teams that work together to bring it to life. For example, trading in itself has a rather large product function that are just focused on how can we bring new betting opportunities to life. And that product team is highly focused around like markets, modeling, pricing accuracy, data analysis, focused highly on trading. Secondary to that, there is front-end product teams and experienced product teams where they would be not necessarily focused on how we build our markets and how we ensure profitability on our markets, but more around the user experience. So all of these different product teams have different areas of specialism and all have to work together in harmony to come up with the final end product that the user sees.
Yeah, the way that we've structured the product teams is really focusing on exactly what Tom's talking about there, of like making sure that we're building the best experiences and really being customer centric. We're both customer centric and also really data centric. We're the #1 rated sportsbook app in the US, and we really take pride in that and making sure that we're really trying to build our products to create that kind of customer experience that is kind of second to none and best in class. We're also really just trying to make DraftKings in general much more of an immersive experience. We know when DraftKings customers are playing on Sportsbook or across on the other platforms, we want to make sure that this is a really seamless experience and a really immersive experience, and that they're just getting the best experience across all of those different applications. So we're really just trying to make sure that we can be building the entire DraftKings for the customer of the future, not just at sports as well, and sports fans, but also, as you can see, we're dipping into other areas, but just how we can make sure that DraftKings is that one-stop shop for all of those kinds of experiences.
So I've heard a lot that DraftKings Sportsbook is the first fully integrated sports betting product in the US. Can you explain a little bit more about what exactly that means?
It means our destiny is well and truly in our own hands. It means there's no third-party dependencies that could block us or delay us from delivering work. If we have a good idea, let's say we come up with a new betting opportunity, all we have to do is ask our trading team to create it and put it on site. We are that agile. If we want to add different features to the sportsbook, a different team within DraftKings can take that and run with it and deliver it for us very quickly. Being vertically integrated just makes us extremely agile and everything within our control.
To close out the podcast, I'd love to know from each of you what you like best about working on the DraftKings Sportsbook team. So Lexi, why don't you go first?
It has to be the people that we work with. Everyone just has that drive to be the best. And that just means as well, just having the best product. So again, we just take a huge amount of pride in the product that we're producing. We all, not everyone, but most of us play around, most of us sports bet and are massive sports fans. You also don't have to be a sports fan as well to work here. There's plenty of people that aren't, but are definitely engaged within the product and everything. But it's definitely the people that we work with. They're super smart and just a lot of fun to like work with and problem solve with.
For me, one of the best things about working in sportsbook is being immersed in sport every day. You are allowed to have, sport on your web browser and TVs, and your employment is mixed with your hobby. But on a work-related note, the collaboration that we have between various teams is fantastic. Nothing is really done in a vacuum. Everyone is willing to listen to different points of view, like whether you're experienced within the sports betting space or not. Everyone's point of view is considered equally, and it has yielded some great results.
Awesome. Well, thank you so much for joining us and telling us more about the Sportsbook product. Thank you to our listeners as well. And be sure to follow us on social media at DraftKings Life, except for LinkedIn, where we are simply DraftKings. This podcast is available on all major podcast platforms, Apple, Spotify, Google, we got you. Be sure to download, listen, and even throw us a 5-star rating. Till next time, be safe, be kind, and take care.